You can run it up a little bit. Chair recognizes that the Lenore County Board of Education has established a quorum and calls the March 4th, 2024 regular monthly board meeting to order. Chair recognizes Mr. Nick Harden.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening. Let us pray. May the words spoken in this room tonight be beneficial to the students, parents, staff, and administrators in our school system. And may we be led by the guiding principle to always base our decisions on the best interests of our young people. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Harvey. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Chair recognizes Mr. Brent Williams to present the agenda for tonight's meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's my honor and privilege to present to you, the members of the board, for your consideration and hopefully your approval, tonight's agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to the agenda?
Motion.
Second.
To approve.
Okay, motion by Mrs. Cash, second by Mr. Smith. So we have a motion by Mrs. Cash and a second by Mr. Smith to approve the board agenda as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. The agenda is set for tonight. So what I'd like to do tonight to start with is we generally recognize our elected officials, and I do see that we have Mr. Preston Harris with us tonight, Lenore County Board of Commissioners. Thank you, Mr. Harris, for being with us. I do have a couple of comments I'd like to make. We want to continue to thank all Lenore County Public School employees for their outstanding dedication, commitment, and hard work to ensure all Lenore County Public School students are successful as possible. We want to continue to commit to providing for a safe and healthy environment for all students, employees, and our community. On March the 18th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m., the Lenore County Board of Commissioners and Lenore County Board of Education will conduct a joint meeting to discuss the Board of Commissioners County Strategic Plan and how it relates to the Lenore County Board of Education and to Lenore County Public Schools. And as always, Mr. Williams will share some more good news about our students and staff. And with that, Chair recognizes Mr. Brent Williams to present the following honors, recognitions, and accomplishments.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is a busy time in our schools. We are continuing on into the second semester, heading toward, as they say, landing the plane on the second semester and the 2023-2024 school year. Our teachers are doing a great job. Our students are working hard, and we want to thank all the parents and loved ones supporting our children for all that you're doing to help us in our united efforts to help our young people be all that they can be. This is science season. This is a season of the arts. So many things going on. We had our all-county chorus program on Saturday at the Performing Arts Center. It was amazing. Over 200 of our young people showcased on that stage. It was a true and a befitting celebration of the arts in Lenore County Public Schools, from our clinicians, masters in the area of performing arts. We're there directing our children and helping them and mentoring them directly. It was just a true wonderful thing to see for our elementary kids and our middle and high school kids. And it was just a great event. And when you look at that picture that we had on social media with over 200 of our young people up there, just a great inspiration, I think, for our young people and what we all should be about every day, doing all that we can for them, but a celebration of them. So celebration of the arts. We also have the all-county band program coming up this Saturday, again at the Performing Arts Center, and it is a parallel program to the one this week for chorus. It will be great as well. We have our art show we had in the lobby. Those of you who attended the all-county chorus event saw the artwork of our students. It's just amazing what our young people are doing. And some of those works could be hanging tomorrow in a gallery. And it would be inseparable from the professional artists that you see there. So proud of what our kids are doing, but even more so proud of the positive steps forward we're taking in the arts. Not every county has an all-county chorus program and an all-county band program. A neighboring county released something in a news release last week that they had started their first ever one. We celebrate that. We're delighted for it. We're proud that we've been doing that for many years, and ours continues to grow, and 200 young people up on that stage on a Saturday. So proud of that. We're proud of our Science Olympiad kids. I'll talk about science in a second, but our Science Olympiad kids, our robotics team kids, Science Olympiad, they had a dominant performance. Our robotics team had a strong showing. Our science fair kids that I'll talk about in a second, we completely dominated for the 26 counties represented. Lenore County Schools completely dominated that event over at East Carolina University last week. And our kids, we sent for instance, every single high school team or individual who competed will be going to the state level competition. And many of our elementary and middle school kids as well. So proud of our kids are achieving, our kids are learning, and that learning is demonstrated in the projects that they're doing, the involvement like in Science Olympiad and robotics teams and competitions and things like that, other STEM events. So just couldn't be any more excited and proud of our young people. In celebration of National Black History Month, and Ms. Herring's going to do a presentation tonight, summary, an overview of what we've done in our schools to recognize National Black History Month during the month of February, a retrospective on that. But in celebration of Black History Month, the Lambda Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi fraternity invited all Lenore County Public Schools K-12 students to participate in its 2024 Black History Month writing contest. Lambda Pi chapter of Omega Psi Phi fraternity organizes itself according to 4 cardinal principles: manhood, scholarship, perseverance, and uplift. Students were asked to write an essay or submit an oral video on an influential Black American who has a direct legacy or connection to North Carolina and exemplifies one of these principles through his or her life, work, or career. And tonight we're pleased to honor these children. We want to thank our judges and our committee that judged them. They said they had a very difficult job because our student writers did an outstanding job. You're going to hear some of that, and Ms. Herring, I think, has integrated part of it into her presentation tonight. But I'm going to ask our winners to come forward, and we'll clap for each as they're coming forward up here, and then we have certificates for them. And I'll ask our chair to join me, and we'll take a photograph of them. And if their teachers and principals are here, the principal and your teachers are here, we ask them to come up as well. Okay, first, elementary, our K2, first place winner, Caden Green, 2nd grade, Moss Hill Elementary School, in the video essay entitled Brandon Ingram. Caden. Caden, come stand right up here, and we're going to have these others join you in just a second. Great job, young man.
So handsome.
All right. All right, elementary in grades 3 through 5, first place winner, Carson Tyndall, 4th grade, Moss Hill Elementary School. Carson's essay was titled Uncovering the Groove, Dick Knight's Impact on Funk Music. And if you don't know, I think all of you do, but Mr. Dick Knight is with us today. He's a living legend. Tonight, he's a living legend. Mr. Knight is a living legend and just a treasure of our community. It's a pleasure to see you tonight, sir. Thank you for coming and helping honor these children. Middle school first place winner, Connor Bryant, 6th grade Frink Middle School, essay titled Kellis E. Parker, a Champion Against Inequality and Unconstitutional Rights. Our high school first place winner, Avani Holt, 10th grade, Kinston High School, essay titled Math of Marjorie, How Dr. Brown impacted North Carolina with the help of STEM. Okay, so in addition to certificates, we also have a check from Omega Psi Phi, and we have members of the leadership team of Omega Psi Phi, if they come forward, and one of our own, and Mr. Anderson.
Come up there. You're all dressed in purple. You look nice. Turn your phone on. Yes, sir. Pictures.
Nick, said Brucey always wanted his picture with them ladies.
Okay, we're gonna take a couple. All you gotta do is smile. Okay, on three. 1, 2. Did that flash? We'll try again. 1, 2. There you go. One more. 1, 2. Mr. Reeves, slide this way a little bit. There you go. One more. 1, 2. There you go. Thank you.
I will, just real quick, just glad to have a great working relationship with the North County Public Schools, to be able to partner with them, to be able to provide this opportunity, especially for Black History Month. I want to thank all the schools across the district for participating. All the entries were good, but as you can see, there were 4 that we felt like went above and beyond. So we want to say congratulations again. Thank you.
Mr. Knight, you were an inspiration for the essay as the living legend president. Would you like to share anything with the folks? Thank you. Okay, our next award winners have just won at in various awards. We're going to have them at the second meeting of this month. The April meeting will actually be at the end of March, and we'll have them here to receive certificates at that time. Award season got underway for LCPS late last month when we surprised 2 of our most dedicated employees with the announcement of district-wide honors. Ms. Lauren Artis of Banks Elementary School is the 24-25 LCPS Teacher Assistant of the Year, and Ms. Bonnie Whitehurst, the Administrative Assistant and Bookkeeper at Northwest Elementary School, is the 24-25 LCPS Non-Instructional Classified Employee of the Year. Ms. Artis has been at Banks for 4 years in addition to her work in the classroom. And as a bus driver, she's pursuing her bachelor's degree and will earn her teacher certification in December. Ms. Whitehurst started at Northwest in 1996. She's known for her strong work ethic, her loyalty to Northwest Elementary School, and her positive attitude. And, of course, her stamina. She hasn't missed a day of work in 15 years. The teacher assistant and classified awards are the first of 4 honors presented to LCPS employees in the spring. The 24-25 teacher assistant Teacher of the Year will be announced at the Employee Recognition Banquet on April 16th when Miss Artist and Miss Whitehurst will be honored again. We'll bring them in at our end of the month meeting and recognize them officially, but I did want to say congratulations to both. They are very deserving. E.B. Frink Middle School Social Studies teacher, Mr. Chadwick Stokes, and David Buck, a sophomore at North Lenore High School, were part of a select group of teacher-student duos chosen to represent 13 original colonies in the first ever Young People's Continental Congress. The group is already involved in online discussions and study assignments and will gather in Philadelphia during the week of July 15th to take part in special programming at Carpenter's Hall, where the Continental Congress met, and in the field, learning opportunities at the National Constitution Center, the Museum of American Revolution, and the Historical Society of Pennsylvania. David is a former student of Mr. Stokes at Frink, and the teacher credits him. He credits his teacher with getting him interested in history. And Mr. Stokes does a great job and certainly goes above and beyond and is known for interest-generating, engaging activities in and outside the classroom, like with the Living History Day projects. Congratulations to both the student and the teacher for being chosen to represent the state in this Lenore County Public Schools at the state level and our state of North Carolina in this national event. This is science season in Lenore County Public Schools and beyond, and the science season is where we're winning big in regional and state competitions. The Regional Science and Engineering Fair, held in February 24th at East Carolina University, involved 36 of our students and the 23 projects they created. And they won first, second, and third place. Advancing to the North Carolina Science and Engineering Fair next month in the elementary division are Bryson Kennedy of Pink Hill Elementary School. Remember, we'll bring all these kids in at the end of the month. Bryson Kennedy, Pink Hill Elementary, first place. Carson Tyndall, Moss Hill Elementary, and you just saw Carson a few minutes ago, third place. Kinley Barnett of Moss Hill Elementary School, honorable mention. Tucker Harris of Moss Hill Elementary School, honorable mention. Abigail Williams of Banks Elementary School, honorable mention. Special awards, the North Carolina American Water Works and Water Environment Association awards were given to individual students with certificates and gift cards. Abigail Williams of Banks Elementary School won first place. Bentley Nyman of Contentnia Savannah K-8 School, second place. Tucker Harris of Moss Hill Elementary School, third place. Advancing to the North Carolina Science and Engineering Fair next month in the middle and high school divisions are Macy Herring of Contentnia Savannah K-8 School, third place. Betsy Anna Powell of Contentnia Savannah, third place. Team of Brooks Powell, Danny Webb, and Timothy Wiggins of CSS, second place. Team of Cheyenne Chavez, Christiana Hines, and Kimberly Moy of CSS, first place. Samuel Perkins of Frink Middle School, third place. Team of Nora Wine and Annalise Miller of Frink Middle School, first place. Team of Terry Sutton, Elena Morgan, and Sania Hart of Kinston High School, second place. Team of Zaria Newton, Savannah Wade, and Keandre Sutton of Kinston High School, first place. Team of Jasmine Reynolds, Sayana Beckton, and Tayona Ormsby of Kinston High School, first place. Marissa Doyle of North Lenore High School, first place. Sondos Nagy of North Lenore High School, first place. Tiara King of Rochelle Middle School, first place. Jalen Torrance of Rochelle Middle School, first place. Jennifer Canales Hernandez of Rochelle Middle School, second place. Team of Joshua Stroud and Logan Whitley of Woodington Middle School, second place. Team of Caitlin Mercer and Esme DeLeon of Woodington Middle School, second place. Special awards for the North Carolina American Water Works and Water Environment Association. Samuel Perkins of Frink Middle School, second place. Marissa Doyle, North Lenore High School, second place. Farai Williams Jones of Rochelle Middle School, third place. Outstanding, dominant performance by our young people. So proud of them. At the East Carolina Regional Science Olympiad tournament held on February 17th at East Carolina University for middle schools, And high schools, the varsity team from Woodington Middle School finished third overall in Division B varsity competition, racking up first place finishes in 2 events and 10 finishes in 5 others. Teams from Lenoir County Early College High School earned 2 first place finishes in Division C varsity competition. All 3 teams will move on to the North Carolina Science Olympiad scheduled for April 12th through the 13th at NC State University. Junior varsity teams don't have the opportunity to compete at the state level, but Woodington's junior varsity showed promise for the future, finishing 4th overall at ECU. Advancing from Lenoir County Early College High School are Adi Patel, Hector Mendez, who were first place overall winners in 2 events at the regionals. Members of the varsity and junior varsity team from Woodington are Alejandro Jimenez, Ben Philippi, Josh Stroud, Eliza Hawkins, Layla Kulhan, Cameron Whitfield, Riley Jones, Maya Robertson, Nikki Bellamy, Reese Bumgarner, Colby Brown, Kylie Weston, Esley Hudson, Aaliyah Brown, Jeremiah Hall Dudley, Nick Bilodeau, Malachi Hobbs, Ethan Kroom, Reagan Bumgarner, Raylan Hardy, Ryder Walston, Jaylee Levy, Trenton Noble, Chris Shakai, Oliver Connor, Jaden McKinney, Evelyn Garcia, Braden Tyndall, and Layla Knight. Head coach is Monica Johnson, assisted by James Blake, Ben Daniels, Wendy Williams, Lorraine Kelly, Mary Hatcher Turner, Madeline Coates, Tracy Howard, Anna Rouse, Majesty McPhail, and Scott Cole. Congratulations to all of our students and their teacher coaches as well. The North Carolina School Boards Association Academy for School Boardsmanship would like to honor the following board member for successful completion of school board training during the 22-23 academy year, Mr. Bruce Hill Scholars Circle. And we have a certificate that we will present to Mr. Hill next month. Okay, Mr. Chairman, that concludes my report.
Okay, are there any questions for Mr. Williams? Any comments? All right, thank you, Mr. Williams, for those announcements. And I'm going to say again, still more examples of amazing things that are happening in Lenoir County Public Schools. Ms. Taylor, is anyone signed up for it? Thank you, ma'am. We will now move to the presentation portion of the agenda. Chair recognizes Mrs. Frances Herring to present an overview and summary of National Black History Month in the Lenoir County Public Schools.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and board members. I'd like to start the presentation this evening with the video winner, our K2 winner of the contest tonight. He did his presentation on Brandon Ingram, and it is so special.
Why don't we ask him to come forward as we're showing that? He truly did an outstanding job.
Truly. I know.
We're gonna
it.
look at your
Bless
work.
heart.
Your fist bump.
I know. it.
You did a great job. Look right up there at those screens. We're gonna watch this.
I gotta get my sound right. This is all me.
Katie, you might have to help her with the sound. Can you do
Yeah.
that?
Hold on, I can do this. I'm learning.
I bet you could fix it, right?
I bet it could. Okay.
Hello, my name is Kane Green, and I am here today to present my Black History Month portrait on Brandon Ingram. All about Brandon Ingram. He was born on September the 2nd in 1997. He was born in Hinston, North Carolina. He is the son of Donald Ingram and Joanne Ingram. Here are some fun facts about Brandon Ingram. Nicknamed Slenderman and Tiny Dog due to him being so tall, thin, and light. Favorite hobby, fishing. Growing up, Brandon enjoyed fishing with his grandmother at Atlantic Beach. His passion is art. His passion began with drawing basketball players and cartoon characters. He even took a portrait drawing class during his time at Duke University College. In these next few slides, I will tell you more about Brandon's career. 2012 through 2015, Brandon went to and graduated from Kinston High School in 2015. During this time, he won 4 NCHSSA championships back-to-back. He was named North Carolina's Mr. Basketball, and he was named MVP in the final high school basketball game. Throughout his time playing for Kinston Vikings, he represented number 13 on his jersey. 2015 through 2016, Brandon attended Duke University and played for the Duke Blue Devils. He was named ACC Rookie of the Year and AP All-American Honorable Mention. Throughout his time playing for Duke Blue Devils, he represented number 14 on his jersey. 2016 through 2019, Brandon was the second overall pick in the NBA draft, being drafted by Los Angeles Lakers. He was named NBA All-Rookie Second Team. He also represented number 14 on his jersey while playing for the Lakers. 2019 through present, Brandon was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, where he became an NBA All-Star, and he was named NBA Most Improved Player during his first season with the Pelicans. He's currently still representing number 14 on his jersey with the Pelicans. In these next few slides, I will tell you how Brandon gives back to our community. Since being in the NBA, Brandon has hosted back-to-school events each year at the Martin T. Freeman Gym, giving away thousands of book bags, school supplies, gift cards, and teaching supplies for the students and teachers of the Kinston community. Brandon has hosted the MLK Annual Showcase since 2022, providing basketball teams across North Carolina a chance to come play the game they love and have a good time. Each year, Brandon donates thousands of dollars to Kinston High School during this showcase. In 2017, Brandon donated $25,000 to 6 nonprofit businesses in Lenore County to help recover from Hurricane Matthew. In 2020, Brandon donated 982 Adidas shoes to the workers of the UNC Lenore Hospital. We as families of Kinston are thankful for the support and kindness that Brandon Ingram gives back to our community.
Good job. We are proud of you. That was good work. Was it hard to put all that together, all those slides? There are adults in this room who might have some difficulty doing all that. So great job.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Awesome job.
It's a time, man. Good job.
Okay.
Thank you so much for letting us show your video. Mr. Chairman and board members, I always look forward to this presentation each year so that I can highlight for you the interesting, insightful, motivational experiences and lessons our teachers and staff plan for our students during Black History Month. We asked every school to share with us how they're celebrating and recognizing Black History Month this year. And there were so many amazing lessons and projects submitted. There's no way I could share them all with you. And I hope the schools that are not highlighted tonight don't feel slighted in any way. All of you did a great job, but I could only share a few examples from each grade span, so I hope you enjoy it. At LaGrange Elementary School, to celebrate Black History Month, you see here where the first grade, all the first grade, learned all about Martin Luther King Jr. They also, at LaGrange, the second grade, made posters of historical figures in Black history. Black History Month at Lenore County Early College High School. Students at Lenore County Early College High School engaged with Black history through teacher, community, and global created content, including lesson activities, videos, and classroom displays. Students also created products emphasizing the contributions of many notable Black Americans within core subjects of math and science, as well as contributions to society and history. We also had current and former students as well as staff participating in events hosted by Lenore Community College. On the next few slides, you'll find some snapshots of the ways in which the students and staff celebrated Black History Month. Classroom lessons by Mr. Pierce in the Social Studies Department. Throughout the units covered in the month of February, they covered notable people that made an impact on American history. They also produced many products. The students had many content that they created during Black History Month, one of which were poems. There were lots of poems submitted. And here's an example of two on the screen. And finally, at Lenoir County Early College High School, Black History Month is, this was a presentation by a student you see down in the corner, where she had done a presentation of Carter Woodson. And there were a whole classroom of students, and I had pictures of all of them, but I could only show you one. At Moss Hill Elementary, Mrs. Dellinger's second grade class researched famous African American historical figures and created timelines and videos on important events in their lives. At Northwest Elementary, they planned a Spirit Week that highlighted HBCU College Day and dressed up as their favorite influential African American person from history. The students also participated in grade level research projects in both K-2 and 3-5. Rochelle Middle School celebrated Black History Month with an original play entitled We Remember with music and dance. They also celebrated with the HBCU Day, and students wrote essays and created projects all month long. Miss Teedra Brown hosted Carpool Karaoke, Soul Edition, where students had to learn about a famous soul singer and then sing along with one of their songs. There was a mother and son poetry reading event and a visit from Kinston's very own Tony Kinsey, a poet, musician, writer, rapper, and inspirational speaker. And as Black History Month came to a close, Rochelle Middle School saluted all of the wonderful African American congresswomen who, by virtue of their service to their nation, are making history every day. And it goes into March now, where we celebrate women, it's Women's History Month, and celebrate women of all races and ethnicities during March. Southwood Elementary transformed their entire gym into a celebration of art, gallery walk of influential Black Americans, and learning stations for all students. Here you can see the display celebrating Katherine Johnson, artwork, and a QR code for John Lewis. Woodington Middle School used art, research, and writing skills to celebrate famous African Americans. Lenoir County Learning Academy had a board as you enter the front lobby of their school, where you're greeted by this great message. And Kinston High School, finally for tonight's presentation, Kinston High School Student Government Association sponsored the celebrations and recognitions for Black History Month. Mr. Chairman, this concludes my presentation, but I'll be happy to answer any questions if there are any for anyone. Thank you.
Any questions for Mrs. Herring? Any comments? Okay, thank you, Mrs. Herring, for sharing those celebrations of National Black History Month and highlighting these American icons. Chair recognizes Mrs. Amy Jones to present an overview of the Lancer Educator Apprenticeship Promise Fellowship Teacher Preparation Partnership between Lenoir Community College, Lenoir County Public Schools, and East Carolina University.
And board members, this is what we've been talking about for the last 2 years, really trying to launch our version of Teaching Fellows, of North Carolina Teaching Fellows, our grow our own initiative. And we partner with Jones County Public Schools and Greene County Public Schools, and we're doing exactly using the same model that we used with North Carolina State University over the last 8 years or so, with working with students and leveraging the, only this time we're leveraging CCP in our own students. We were getting NC State students after their first 2 years of college there, and then helping them with tuition for the rest of the time, and they could do service repayment. Same model here, only we take our kids from Lenoir County, they interview for this scholarship, they get the scholarship, first 2 years paid for through CCP, no cost to their parents, and then LCPS helps them with the tuition. They're automatically admitted to East Carolina, helps them with the tuition. They come back and they work for us for at least 3 years. And so it's a win-win. We're really excited about it. And Ms. Jones is going to give you details.
Okay.
I think Ms. Herring will have to connect.
I'm going.
All right.
Tell me when to move this slide.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right, well, good evening, and thank you for allowing me to share an exciting new program with you. The Lancer Educator Apprenticeship Promise Fellowship Program is a partnership between Lenoir County Public Schools, Lenoir Community College, Greene County Public Schools, Jones County Public Schools, and East Carolina University. The LEAP program has been implemented to serve as a recruitment tool for students who are interested in the teaching profession. This fellowship program provides high school students with an opportunity to complete their associate's degree, gain real-world work experience, and access to a 4-year teaching degree at East Carolina University. So why do we need the LEAP program? We need the LEAP program because we know that there is a nationwide teacher shortage, and we want to increase our teacher pipeline. We want to grow our own students to come back and serve their own communities. We want to decrease barriers to educational opportunities, increase diversity, and to partner with our community partners, Lenoir Community College, our local schools, and higher education. So this fellowship is designed for Lenoir, Greene, and Jones County high school students who wish to pursue a career in the field of education. Students receive career-focused engagement opportunities through apprenticeships, where they serve at one of our local schools. Students receive a tuition-free associate's degree through the Career and College Promise program, and then if they graduate from high school before they complete their associate's degree, LCC has pledged to give them the Lancer Promise scholarship so that they will still be tuition-free. Students will receive full tuition to East Carolina University upon their LCC graduation. And then students do agree to return to their county to teach for 3 years as a repayment in kind of fellowship funds. The eligibility requirements are, we want them to be interested in becoming a K-12 teacher. They need to desire to return to their home county to serve. They need to hold at least a 2.8 unweighted high school grade point average, be at least 16 years old and a junior or senior in high school, and they must maintain the 2.8 unweighted grade point average throughout their associate's degree program, which keeps them eligible for Career and College Promise and the Lancer Promise. And so the pathway is they have to express an interest in teaching, and we will do that career exploration with them throughout middle school and their early high school years to hopefully get them interested in the profession. Second, they'll enroll in the Teacher Preparation CCP pathway through Lenoir Community College while also working to get on-the-job teacher training. Third, the LCC guarantees students with a 2.8 GPA will enroll at LCC to complete the teacher preparation program while continuing to work in their apprenticeship, and that's upon their high school graduation. Fourth, upon graduation from Lenoir Community College, students will transfer up to 62 credits with junior standing and begin to take teacher education courses immediately. Elementary, special education, middle grades education, and secondary education majors are available. And then once they graduate with their North Carolina teaching license, they will return for at least 3 years of service in the county of their apprenticeship service. So we are very excited that we have our very first LEAP participant this year, Miss Hayden Stroud, who is currently a senior at South Lenoir High School, and she's the young lady in the red sweater in the center of the picture. And so LEAP in action, Hayden has been placed at Moss Hill Elementary School, and she serves in 2 first-grade classrooms under the supervision of April Lee and Meredith Sanderson, and you can see she looks very much like a young teacher. And finally, this was a great day. This was the signing event at Lenoir Community College, where we had the Dean of the School of Education from East Carolina University, our superintendents from Lenoir, Greene, and Jones counties, of course, Dr. Rusty Hunt, and all of us supporting cast members in putting this partnership together. So we're very excited about this. We hope that it will grow and will increase our teacher pipeline throughout the years. We've already had students inquiring about next year's class.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well,
Any
thank you.
questions for Mrs. Jones?
Very impressive.
Any comments?
This is exciting.
All right, thank you,
All
Mrs.
right.
Jones, for the
Thank you.
presentation. This represents a great opportunity to enhance the quality of education and address the need for quality teachers. Chair recognizes Mr. Brent Williams to present the North Carolina School Board Association's policies to lead the school policy revisions in response to recent legislative action.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The North Carolina School Boards Association has submitted policy revisions through the policies to lead the schools PLS subscription in response to recent legislative action. The policies are submitted to the board tonight for study with action to be taken at a subsequent meeting.
Are there any questions tonight for Mr. Williams? Any comment? All right, thank you, Mr. Williams. And as Mr. Williams said, these policies are submitted for board study with action to be taken at a subsequent meeting. In your review of these, if you have any questions, please contact Mr. Williams. Chair recognizes Mrs. Helen Hooker to present the February 2024 financial report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The February financial report summarizes budget and year-to-date activity for all Lenore County Board of Education funds as of February 29th, 2024. Additionally, the report presents the local current expense fund balance as of February 29th, 2024. As you review the report, you'll notice the current expense fund balance is beginning to normalize, as we spoke about in past months, and it is expected to continue over the coming months. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to address them for you.
Any questions for Mrs. Hooker?
She already answered it. I think she puts in
All
her
right, any
report.
comment? All right, thank you, Mrs. Hooker, for that report.
Thank you.
Now, we will now move to the action portion of the agenda. Chair recognizes Mrs. Helen Hooker to present Budget Amendment Number 4 for the 2023-2024 fiscal year.
Budget Amendment Number 4 is being used to revise the working budget of the Lenore County Board of Education to reflect changes that have occurred throughout the fiscal year. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to address them for you.
Any questions for Mrs. Hooker? Thank you, Mrs. Hooker. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to Budget Amendment Number 4?
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Smith. There's just a second. Second by Mr. Woods. We have a motion by Mr. Smith and a second by Mr. Woods to approve Budget Amendment Number 4 for the 2023-2024 fiscal year as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. Mrs. Hooker, please incorporate Budget Amendment Number 4 into the financial report.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Chair recognizes Mr. Brent Williams to present the 2024-2025 proposed board meeting dates.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're bringing to you for your review and consideration for approval tonight the proposed meeting dates for 24-25 school year. And these meeting dates do include all of the potential conflicts based on school board association trainings and other events and here in the district and statewide events too that we've tried to navigate around all of those. Ms. Taylor's done a good job with that. So we're submitting it for your approval tonight.
Any questions for Mr. Williams? All right, thank you, Mr. Williams. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to the board meeting dates?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mrs. Cash. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Woods. We have a motion by Mrs. Cash and a second by Mr. Woods to approve the 2024-2025 board meeting dates as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion, as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. Mr. Williams, please notify the public of this action. The Chair recognizes Mr. Nick Harvey to present bids for Kenton High School and South Lenore High School roofing project.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On February 8, 2024, 4 p.m., LCPS hosted a bid opening for our request for qualifications regarding 2 roofing projects. We received 6 bids for the roofing project at Kinston High School. There's a recommendation from our design engineer, REI, that we select Highland Roofing Company as our vendor for this project. Additionally, our design engineer partners recommend that we select Owens Roofing as our vendor for the South Lenore High School project after receiving 7 total bids for their school. We're asking that you approve these companies as our selected vendors for these projects. After your approval, we will bring the final contract to you for approval.
Any questions for Mr. Harvey? Yes, sir, Mr. Anderson.
No. We did have some local vendors though, that bid on the project.
Any other questions for Mr. Harvey? Okay, thank you, Mr. Harvey. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to the roofing project bids?
Move to approve.
Mr. Smith? Motion by Mr. Smith. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Cash. We have a motion by Mr. Smith and a second by Mrs. Cash to approve Highland Roofing Company for the roofing project at Kinston High School and Owens Roofing Company for the roofing project at South Lenore High School as presented. Any discussion? Not hearing none, chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. Mr. Harvey, please notify the contractors of this action.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is the North Carolina School Board Association Legislative Committee nominating process. The North Carolina School Boards Association is inviting local school board members to serve on the North Carolina School Boards Association Legislative Committee. An email was sent to all board members on December 16, 2023 and March 3rd, 2024 pertaining to the process. The North Carolina School Boards Association requires that any local board member interested in serving on the North Carolina School Boards Association Legislative Committee be nominated by the local board as well as complete an application. The chair will now open the floor for nominations. Are there any nominations for consideration for the North Carolina School Boards Association Legislative Committee by the North Carolina School Board Association Board of Directors? Yes, Mr. Anderson.
I nominate Bruce Hill.
Okay, Mr. Anderson. So, Board Member Bruce Hill has been nominated. Is there any more nominations? All right, there are no further nominations. Close the floor. All in favor of nominating Bruce Hill to apply to serve on the North Carolina School Boards Association Legislative Committee, please signify by raising your right hand. Okay. Board Member Bruce Hill, that's me, has been nominated by the Lenore County Board of Education to apply to serve on the North Carolina School Boards Association Legislative Committee. Thank you for your support, and I appreciate the opportunity to apply. Chair recognizes Mrs. Frances Herring to present out-of-state field trip request.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have a field trip request from Frank Middle School to take a charter bus to Kings Dominion. Let's see, they will be traveling.
May 18th.
May 18th, thank you. That's right, May 18th. They'll be traveling for the day. It is trip number 310 in our travel tracker system. That I request that the board allow Frank Middle Schools to take this trip on May 18th.
It is. Brandon.
The second trip is also Frank Middle School. It's their 8th graders, and it's April 24th through the 26th, so they'll be spending the night. And they will be traveling to Colonial Williamsburg in Williamsburg, Virginia. And they'll also be visiting Busch Gardens while they're there. But I respectfully ask that these two field trip requests out of state be approved by the board.
Okay, any questions for Mrs. Herring? Thank you, Mrs. Herring. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to the out-of-state field trip request?
So moved.
Okay, someone to approve.
Okay, motion by Mr. Smith and second by Mr. Woods. We have a motion by Mr. Smith and a second by Mr. Woods
That's good.
to approve the Frank Middle School out-of-state field trips as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. Mrs. Herring, please notify Frank Middle School
Thank you so
of this
much.
action.
Yes, sir.
Chair recognizes Mr. Nick Harvey to present surplus items.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For your viewing pleasure tonight, board members, there are items from our technology department that have been submitted for your approval to be deemed as surplus. Any proceeds derived from the sale shall be returned to that department. And switches, and computers. All right,
Any questions for Mr. Harvey? Thank you, Mr. Harvey. We hadn't had any in a couple months. I thought you got rid of all the surplus.
Mr. What you asked for.
Okay. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to surplus items?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mrs. Cash. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Smith. Motion by Mrs. Cash and second by Mr. Smith to approve the surplus items as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. Mr. Harvey, please notify the Media and Technology Department of this action. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to closed session?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Chairman, I move that Glenville County Board of Education enter into closed session under North Carolina General Statute 143.318.11 to prevent the disclosure of confidential personnel files, to consult with the board's attorney in order to preserve their current attorney-client privilege, and to consider matters related to the initial employment of an individual employee.
Motion by Mr. Anderson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Cash. Motion by Mr. Anderson, second by Mrs. Cash, to move to closed session. Any discussion? Hearing none, Chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. We are now in closed session. Thank you. Recognizes that the Monroe County Board of Education is back in open session. Is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to the monthly personnel recommendations?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr. Smith.
move to approve the personnel report with the addendum.
Motion by Mr. Smith. Is there a second? Second by Dr. Outlaw Starkey. We have a motion by Mr. Smith and a second by Dr. Outlaw Starkey to approve the monthly personnel recommendations with the addendum as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, Chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. Mrs. C, please notify the employees of this action. With no further business to come before this board, is there a recommendation or motion pertaining to adjournment? Motion by Mr. Anderson. Is there a second? Second by Dr. Outlaw Starkey. Motion by Mr. Anderson, second by Dr. Outlaw Starkey to adjourn the March 4th, 2024 regular monthly board meeting. Any discussion? Hearing none, Chair will call for the vote. All in favor of the motion as stated, please signify by raising your right hand. All opposed, like sign. Motion carries 7-0. Meeting is adjourned. Everyone, please stay safe.